Hi everyone. This is my very first YouTube video, so I'm very uncomfortable. So please bear with me. I'm here to talk about what's in my title, living with Trichotillomania. I just say Trick for short. I'm here to just tell it all. I'm here to spill all the tea. I want to spread the awareness. Anybody that's struggling with their mental health or with trick. I don't know anybody personally struggling with trichotillomania except myself. So I'm just here to be that person to say something. Finally. I've struggled with this disorder since I was 11. I'm going to be 26 this year. So the disorder consists of people pulling their hair on their head. It could be anywhere on your body, but a lot of people pull their hair on their head. I don't do that. I have a more severe case as to where I pull all of my eyelashes and my eyebrows. So I currently have no eyelashes on the top or bottom lash line, as well as eyebrows. My eyebrows are tattooed on. And I fill them in every day with a pencil. I don't wear lashes every day. I don't have the time or patience to do that anymore. So yeah, that's that. I know you're asking like why I'm not on medication or did I ever seek help. That's not the case. I'm gonna get into that. But first, I want to get into where I feel like it first originally stemmed from. I had a stepfather when I was about, I'm just gonna say the years, from 2007 to like 2010. I must have been 9-10 years old. In the 5th grade is when I started pulling. And when I started pulling, it was kind of like just a random thing. It was a random thing that progressed. So, when I had my stepfather in the house, we did not get along. He did not get along with me or my brother, my older brother. We just constantly bumped heads. It was even this man's look on his face. Like it was a face of just seriousness. I would even say evilness to me. Like he just did not look like a nice man. His demeanor was awful to me. I didn't like anything about this man. I don't remember. And I don't like that. I don't like how he treated my mother. I don't feel like he was respectful. I don't feel like he was thoughtful. I don't feel like he was in love with her. And all these things I'm sensing as a child, I think that's what bothered me. Aside from even just not getting along, I think I saw those things and I was unhappy. I was unhappy with my home life because he was there. And I couldn't figure out why he was there. Why are you here? What is your purpose? I recall 2 incidents that I'm going to tell you guys because I don't want the video to be so long. I remember one day he called my mom the B word. I guess he was just really frustrated with her. And I heard it, and I know what I heard. And I remember telling my mom, and I think I told my grandmother as well, too. And I remember it just being so, it was brushed off, like as if I didn't say anything. It was brushed off, and I remember him coming forward a few days later and apologizing. I'm like, I know what I heard. And the fact that nobody, cared to say anything, I know what I heard, and just because I'm, 10 years old, you're not going to listen to a child. And so as a child, I think that I resorted to pulling my lashes. as a way to soothe whatever I was feeling at the time, which was probably anxiety and feeling like my feelings didn't matter. Because as a child, you can't really, you're kind of helpless. Like, we rely on adults to help us as children, and I don't feel like I had help. And when I got to 6th grade, things got worse. I had a teacher. So my stepfather's out of the house. It's like 2010, so he's gone. Y'all know my son just gotta be seen. So let's get to 6th grade. So he's out of the house, and now I'm going to 6th grade. Nothing gets better. It only gets worse from here. So I had this lady teacher. To this day, I can't tell y'all what was wrong with this lady. I'm not sure what I did exactly to push this lady's buttons so bad, because, mind you, I was never a bad kid. I never got sent to the principal's office. I never got in trouble. But this lady had it out for me. My best friend could vouch for me because we were in the same class. She had it out for me so bad, like real bad. I'm talking comments about me in front of the class, throwing me under the bus, telling the class I wasn't going to graduate and go to middle school. She would separate my desk from everybody else where kids don't even sit at. I remember her making comments about my eyes, because, mind you, my eyes are fully exposed with no lashes. So that was just an open door to get talked about. But as an adult, talking about a 11-year-old, I'm confused. And I came to my mom about it. I came to my mom quite a few times. I let her know that I was being bullied by this woman. Nothing was done. Nothing was done about it, because my mom worked in the same school, so I guess she didn't want any awkwardness or tension. My mom still works there to this day. She's been at this school for over 20 years. So it was all just very absurd, and that was the time that I needed my mom the most, and I felt like she wasn't there. Don't get me wrong, my mom is a very good mom. Please don't get it twisted. But I needed her. I really did need her. And that was just like the icing on top of the cake for me. And it just, the pulling just got worse. It got worse. It never stopped. So now I'm going to middle school. I'm going to middle school, and I said we had to figure out a plan to hide my eyes so that they can't be seen. Because back then I didn't know about false lashes yet. So my mom and I decided to cut long bangs. We cut long bangs so that my eyes would be hidden. And it worked for the most part. Except there would be days where I had bad hair days. So my bangs would blow in the wind. And it's like my bangs had to be long enough to cover my eyes. And eventually my friends did start to notice. They did start to say stuff. I had a very small friend group. But for the most part, I just stayed to myself. I was very quiet. I didn't want to be there. Every day was hard for me. I was just so depressed. I was very depressed. I started to get suicidal, like have suicidal thoughts. And I never actually tried to commit suicide. I just didn't want to be alive. I felt so ugly. And my self-esteem never got better, but you learn to you adjust to certain things, and you adjust to certain feelings, and you should never adjust to low self-esteem. I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. However, middle school, 6th to 8th grade is when I should have gotten the help that I needed, that I didn't, and it probably wouldn't have progressed for so long. It's 2025 now. I'm going to be 26 years old, and I think that if action was taken right then and there, then I probably would have not been pulling my lashes and eyebrows anymore. And that's a mistake that I don't want to make with my son. Whatever he's feeling, I want him to be able to come to me comfortably I want to be able to solve the problem as much as I can and do what I can, because it's very easy for you to develop bad mental health and any type of mental disorder due from just not being listened to and not being heard, and your feelings being discarded. I don't ever want him to go through that, ever.